Anything?
Just
I'd like to call to order the Open Space, Land Acquisition, Farmland Preservation Subcommittee, Tuesday, August 26, 6 p.m. I'll go to public comment. This portion of the meeting is specifically set aside for comments of the public. We're asked to limit their comments to 2 minutes. Any person interested in providing public comment should email publicmeeting@rockyhillct.gov prior to 4 p.m. on the day of the meeting, and they'll be provided a link to attend the meeting and instructions how to participate. Nobody's in the audience. Do we have anything?
I actually have, a person emailed me, and they just wanted directions. They didn't have an actual comment, so I'm gonna have to put
Okay.
it off to the next meeting.
All right, thank you, no problem. I'll ask approval of minutes from July 22nd, 2025.
Motion to approve minutes from July 22nd.
I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Agenda item number 4, discussion update, Rock Hill Community Farm.
All right, I have a few items here for you. Number one, it was in the packet again regarding the layout of the gardens. I think that's what we're going with. We're looking for maybe a little guidance because we're not, versed in farming. But we're talking about mowing it again in the fall. Would we want to turn it and plant a winter crop?
I would say yes.
Yes. Okay.
Because it needs to, help break it down over the winter. 'Cause it's,
Yeah. So-
kind of like a virgin soil.
Yeah. So we'll mow it and then turn it and then.
They have mowed it recently.
Yeah.
Last week.
No, but for the
mowed it.
fall, we'll do it in the fall, and then we'll do that winter crop.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, perfect. All right, that's item number 1. Item number 2, MDC in the water.
Need guidance on the winter, on what to plant there, what's best for planting winter crop? Or do you have just like a regular winter seed that you go?
Winter rye mix.
Yeah, I was gonna say winter rice usually. Yeah,
Just to maintain, hold the soil.
yeah. All right, water. So as you heard probably last time about the wells. It's a process, and we talked about the MDC. Our town manager, Ray Carpentino, spoke with our commissioner for the MDC, Dimple Desai, and he has a verbal from the MDC that they'll waive all assessments, so that's hundreds of thousands of dollars, and possibly not charge for the water usage, at least at the beginning. This is verbal, not in writing, so we need that in writing. We have been talking to a few different people just on a side, asking about the installation of a water main. We'd have to come 435 feet from the main, which is a 16-inch main on the opposite side of New Road to the barn. So it's 435 feet, and the estimate's about $30,000 just to bring it to the building. That's not bringing it in the building, plumbing, fixtures, anything like that, just from the main to the building and capping it. So it's a big,
That price?
about estimating 300,000. So one of the guys we talked to said they usually get $100 a foot. We were using $75 a foot, but that's also that was using the MDC forces. So maybe maybe a contract will be less.
Steve, that was from New Road?
Yeah, that's where the water main is, on New Road.
There wasn't one on New Britain Avenue?
It stops prior. It comes up New Road, goes like a T, and then dead ends.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
So those houses that are nearby don't have,
Which ones?
on New Britain Avenue to the east of the barn, across from the nursery? Those don't have?
I don't know. It might come from the other direction. I didn't look that far down.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm not sure. Because there's a bunch of businesses there, so I'm assuming they're on water.
Yeah.
You have the chiropractors there, right? And the hardware, what used to be the hardware guy, and some businesses, daycare, restaurants. So,
What about using our town resources, our
we
town crew?
so
They can't do the bonding part, but what about
right.
digging the rest
So
of it?
you need to be licensed, to put that in. I don't know if any of our guys still have a current license to do the plumbing part.
No, I mean the dig. got a
We could dig,
backhoe,
yeah,
you
we could dig, but, usually if somebody's coming in to lay that, they're gonna wanna do the whole thing themselves, so that's something we're just investigating. I mean, we just found this information out, so we don't have all the details on that, what needs to go into it, but, talking to people at, we know some people at different water departments and stuff like that, and that's what they're telling us, so.
We got time. I'm hoping that we thoroughly research that. If our
Yeah.
town guys could use a backhoe and dig, we could find a plumber that could
Yeah, so I'm,
that line.
yeah, and then really the MDC has to do the tap. So, and we believe they would do it, but the last, we also had times when we wanted a hydrant moved, and it was like $30,000 to $50,000 from the move hydrant. So, I don't know what their cost is going to be to tap that. They won't let us get on that line. So, so that's it on, and also part of the water main. Once we're done, we have to abandon the wells, so that's another cost to have somebody come and do that properly. So,
Could that be sustained as a backup, just in case anything happens?
so the regulations are once you have that water, you have to cap that. Yeah, per the MDC. That's what we need to do. All right, so that's item 2. Item 3 is electric. So we've spoken to a few electric companies regarding solar. And that's basically a no-go unless you have power to the building already, because they have to feed the excess back into the grid. If we're not connected, you're not feeding it back into the grid. So for the solar companies themselves, they won't do it. I don't know if that's something we could do ourselves, because you always see people living off the grid. We need somebody to come in and do that, install the panels, install the boxes, all the
Battery.
all the switches and all that. We did speak to some electricians. We have some on staff that are licensed, so they can do the install of the panel, like a 200 amp panel, and the mast arm for somewhere between $3,000 and $5,000 is the estimate. And then we call Eversource, and supposedly they will bring it from the pole to our building. There'll probably need to be another pole because it's, again, on the wrong side of the road. It's on the north side of the road. They have to come across, probably sink a pole on the property, and then dive down to the barn. So, but
Is that would they cover that?
supposedly that's covered by Eversource. So it sounds like, it's the least expensive thing on this list. So that'll be, somewhere. They're estimating 3,000. We talked to Phil, our facility director. He's an electrician, but he hasn't been on the private side in years. So, and we talked to Steve Cardis, one of our building officials. He's also an electrician, and they both came up around that 3,000 plus number. So I'm saying 3,000 to 5,000, depending on what we find going on. We're thinking that ideally we'd want to put it on the second floor, but I don't know if we can, and then we want to lock it. Because once it's in there, you don't want, people cruising through, opening, pushing buttons, flipping breakers. But yeah, it's pretty simple. It's just some outlets and some lights.
Yeah.
So, pretty basic.
So if we got that electricity, then we could do solar.
We could.
Okay.
But once we have it there, because then the Eversource comes in, they put the meter, they have to do all that.
Good.
So, and then lastly, is we had a young lady reach out to us. She's a Girl Scout, and she's going for her Gold Award, which basically is the same thing as an Eagle Scout, getting that designation. And she's inquiring about doing a demonstration garden of native plants at the farm, probably somewhere in the vicinity of the barn. We spoke with Ray, and we met with the mom and the daughter, and so we gave her some information. She's going to come back and propose something to us. We asked her to come to this body and propose to all of us, and that gives her a little experience in front of a crowd. And she's a high school sophomore, I think. And we also asked her to possibly look into the rain gardens, learn about that. Maybe she could do something with that. So, and that's the updates I have. So, questions?
I did have one. We talked about water. Am I correct that would just be potable water in and not waste out?
Yes, for waste, it's going to have to be, it looks like a holding tank. Because, again, no sewer.
And that's
So we'd have a
still,
holding tank, probably 500 gallon or something like that, maybe 1,000 like a septic, but it wouldn't leach out afterwards. It just sit, hold, you have to pump it. Be like having a porta potty probably a couple times. I don't know what kind of activity we'd have.
yeah, because I know we talked about the porta potties,
Yeah.
but then renting them winds up being surprisingly expensive. So
So yeah, so it'd be a holding tank somewhere right outside the building.
do we have like an estimate for that?
We do not yet, no. I mean, we just got word on some of this other stuff, so we haven't chased that one down yet.
Steve, just with regards to the water, I'm just thinking of the faucet that the people are going to use. What sort of security, I'm sure a plumber can weigh in, but to prevent someone from leaving it on or partially on and it's dripping all the time
Yeah.
or running and
I'd have to check with a plumber. I don't know.
We
You
should
see
have
them
some
everywhere.
sort
You
of-
see them in, maybe community garden. You see them in a lot of times in cemeteries.
or even Parks and Rec, maybe they know.
And they're just there. And people, you rely on the people who use it to turn it on and make sure you turn it off.
Right.
Right.
You hate to have them break the thing. A lot of them have those plastic handles now. So we wouldn't want that. We want something industrial strength.
Yeah, I just don't want it to go like a day or two before someone
Right.
comes across.
I don't know. Maybe there's a timer or something you
I was
put on
thinking
that
that
after a
too.
certain amount of time it'll shut it down. I don't know. We have to look into that.
Okay.
A timer probably would be the best thing, so when people shouldn't be there, then it's automatically off.
Yeah, it's probably something you could put at the building and just like a valve that opens and
A
closes. Yeah.
Just a quick thing to piggyback on Councilor Emanuel. To get our line run, the water line to the community garden, I would like you guys to look over that we don't go through the capped area. I think that would
Yeah.
open
No,
up a
can't go
whole,
through the cat. No, that's
whole nother problem.
yeah.
And can we do that? Is there accessibility out there to avoid the capped
Yeah.
area?
If we go to the,
We'd
we
have
don't
to
have
go
a screen
east.
up. We don't have a screen up. Do you have that sketch?
Yes,
So we're gonna have to come up that driveway that's there, and then go north into the building.
correct.
We come out of that and just keep going down that driveway, because that wasn't capped. What's capped is on the the south of the driveway, and then
Okay.
to the north of the building is where all the restoration work was. So we just keep down that driveway, and then we have to drop in.
Okay, that's good.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just another concern, right? That we gotta keep in mind.
Yeah.
Possibly going out there to the community garden, it's gonna be a seasonal usage of that hydrant. We would probably go 18 inches, 20 inches, probably don't have to go the full 4 feet. If we're gonna run, we could run a plastic line and blow it out at the end of the
Yeah,
season.
you definitely gotta blow it out every year. Yeah.
Right,
So
just,
yeah, it's
Another
it's not
thought.
potable water. It's really the water of the plants.
correct.
So
yeah.
it's like having a irrigation system.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
it might save a lot there from digging.
Yeah,
4
and
feet.
that would be easy. We could do that one in house.
Right.
Because I know we've done that in house before.
Okay,
Irrigation.
good. Yeah, and we'll just have to
So yeah.
put a reminder out there when we're done, blow it out,
And go on the checklist of things to do at the end of the year.
Exactly, yeah. Maybe we'll post something in the barn itself, or at least checklists at the end of the season, what to do.
If it's gonna cut up the driveway and then into the barn, do we have to do anything in terms of, if it's the plastic pipe, is if they get backfilled with crushed stone or something, people will be
Well,
driving over
the
it?
main line coming in is gonna be copper. It'd be copper, they'd be tapping in copper, it'd be copper. And that's something we don't know, because it's a 16-inch high-pressure line, and you're gonna put a little 1 or 2 inch line on there, you gotta clamp that baby on there, it's gonna go flying off.
Space.
Yeah. So that's why MDC would have to tap that. I don't know if they tap it larger and then reduce it. I really just don't know.
Are you able, do we have to dig that road up, or can you go under it?
We'll have to saw cut it.
So,
Yeah, you could bore under to a
Yeah.
point, but you still have to have a jacking pit and a receiving pit. So
Okay.
you could bore from our property, but you still have to have that pipe open so they can do the work. So
all right,
it's kind of be just as easy and cheaper to go up and cut.
just another expense, cutting
Yeah.
the road up.
Actually, it'll probably be less, because getting those guys to come and bore under.
Yeah.
We tried to do that for something else, and we couldn't get anybody to call us back.
Oh, wow,
So,
good.
yeah, because it's such a, I mean, what we're looking for is such a small job. You know, maybe this would be a little bigger, but yeah, we couldn't, we called a few people, no calls back. And you can't rent the equipment,
No, right,
specialty kind of thing.
that is, yeah. Any other questions?
I only have one thing. I did ask my contact about the plant boxes, and they already met their donations for the year. But I said, we're not gonna need these until next year to put us back in that pool again. But if you guys want, I can try to put something out there, asking like contractors or what have you. And
Yeah.
I don't know how that even works on donations and how we can work that, but I'm more than willing to put something out there,
And now,
reach out.
and also now that we're back into school, the seniors, or I guess all the kids, need the community
Community services.
service
yeah.
project. So if we can get a few of them together, you know, and then fundraise or whatever to get the lumber and then have them build them.
I have another option of the humanity thing. I can see if I can ask my contact there to, if they can do something with that, Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do something and
Yep.
help us out. Try
And-
anything.
Usually on the Eagle Scout projects, they seem to be something a little bit bigger than that. But now, you know, I wasn't aware of this gold award. You know, maybe
It could be something like that, yeah.
something, you know, a little easier. So, you know, there's another avenue.
Right.
We got some time, but
Yeah.
we don't want to let too much time slip by either, because
So any ideas
be
you guys
jammed
have
up.
for like, posts or flyers or something like that? I'll put it together and put something out there in
Yeah.
the universe, but just
Yeah.
let me know how you want it.
So, like I said, we're just, I don't even think they're back in. I know the teachers are in. I don't think the students are in yet.
no.
It's coming the
School's
next day or
this
two.
Thursday.
Yeah.
for
So we can get it out to those, I guess, I don't know, through guidance counselors. I don't know how that program runs.
For the,
For their community service, I don't know who
my
checks in on
daughter's
them.
going into ninth grade, and she's already finished most of her community
Yeah.
service, but
Who-
yeah, they give you forms you can print out.
Where's it come from? Like the guidance counselors, just the school in general?
I can look at the form that she
Yeah.
has at home and see what it says on it, and definitely I can try to see what we can do about that. Maybe even get my daughter involved into asking about it.
Yeah.
Getting it out there.
So
Right.
that's something kind of new.
Anybody else? Just want to thank you from the town aspect for working with MDC there, and thanks MDC for really helping us out drastically. I mean, that's the best.
Yeah, that was
water.
tremendous.
It's, there'll be no question that it's safe, and
Yeah.
that's an awesome accomplishment that we got here for this community farm, so that's great news.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. You know, that's,
thank you guys.
thank Dimple Desai. He's
Okay.
the guy who spoke to them, and he's our
Yeah.
our rep,
MDC
our
rep, yeah.
commissioner, I guess you call him.
Commissioner.
Yeah. So
That's great.
now it'd be great to get it in writing.
Yeah, hopefully we
So we
get
can
that
move
soon.
forward.
Right, and then start planning the rest
You know,
of
and
it.
if the MDC can come do the work whenever, we don't have to put ours in right away. They can
Right.
put theirs in, put a curb stop, shut the water off, and then once we have the monies, keep going.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you follow up on that, or?
Yeah.
Once we get in writing, Ray?
we need to, we got to go through Ray. He'll talk to Dimple and
Okay.
get to the next step.
Good.
So.
All right, anybody else have anything? We good? All right, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
A second, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.